Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kick it off to get us underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Getting set for first down. Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
There by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. 3rd down through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his hands.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there. Down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
Pocket starts to collapse. Back open in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Kentucky! He'll try to tack on one more. PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Estes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well.
Oh, look out. There he goes. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And what a play call. You could feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness, this defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yardage, and make the big play for the offense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. That's caught. It's Mims. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Getting some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When you get closer to this area near the red zone and closer inside the 5 like you are here, it's tough to throw certain routes, right? Like you need to throw those slants. You need to throw those fades. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands really, really quickly because you know you're going to get some pressure from that defense.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He's got it. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It's good.
That makes the score Kentucky 7, Miami 3.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them out.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. He makes the connection. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll ride the hot hand. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Kentucky 7, Miami 3.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
3:25.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got the quick pass. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
How many 1st downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Hit hard just. Second down after that incompletion. Power football with the run. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They keep attacking through the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen. Touchdown, Hurricanes! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Number 28 with the catch and score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. Still running at the 40. Off he goes. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. The give to the tailback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Looking to move it through the air. Throwing right. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. The offense there lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
After the incompletion, it's second down. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a...
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Kentucky trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Fast motion from the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He lets it fly. Snatches it on the run. Open runway ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is having its way offensively, just marching up and down that field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over the Pandas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Feeling some heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
After the misfire, now on second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Lets it fly deep downfield. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll get rid of it. Got a wide open receiver. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Mims. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
From the gun, the running back has it.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a great spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple short, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the
and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Temple rolled to victory in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful.
Nothing but green ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the runway.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, he's looking downfield. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over 100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that battle.
You talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. The give to the single back. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Kentucky 28, Miami 17.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll give it to Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
4-2 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They go to the ground. Bulls his way forward. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
The Wildcats trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. He's looking to throw. Escapes the sack. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They want that clock to run. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop. And if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the freshman does a great job using his technique in getting the man on the ground. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the punishment has been extended. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Coming out with it, it's Estes. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think...
Looking for a huge play. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
This is what you're looking for.